Hi, I'm Bridget, astrologer and coach from lifefromthegroundup.com.au, and welcome to my week ahead report for the 24th through to the 30th of October 2022. Now, welcome to Scorpio season. I absolutely want to play Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare. So, this week starts with a bang. So Monday we have the Sun and Venus have just moved into Scorpio. So traditionally Scorpio is ruled by Mars. Now the Sun and Venus are trine Mars today, which is usually a helpful aspect, and it still will be. However, Mars is not in very good condition right now. He is stationary at 25 degrees of Gemini, and so our active planet is not moving and it is very frustrated. So please watch your mental health and just be aware that everybody is feeling the heightened frustration today. And not only do we have the Sun trine Mars, but we also have the Sun squaring its co-ruler Pluto. So a lot of things are going to be coming up for a lot of people. So now, funnily enough, the moon is still in Libra conjunct Mercury, and so people are actually wanting to speak about things to still find balance, but we have some really heavy feels coming up. So, just be careful. We can still talk about serious things, but we just need to be aware that if we can feel our frustrations rising, that we don't lash out and sting people with our Scorpio's tail. Okay, so now today, the Tuesday is the day of the eclipse. So there is a bit of a build up in the sky. So up until the moon moves into Scorpio at 6:20. So throughout the day we have Mercury in Libra and the moon in Libra for most of the day. And then we've got Venus Sun node in Scorpio. Sorry, South node in Scorpio. So it looks like everybody's having the same argument in the sky. So they are trining that Mars in Gemini and squaring the moon Pluto. So all of the stuff, like everyone's just focused on the one area. So, when the moon moves into Scorpio at 6:20, we have the moon, Venus, and the sun in their dominatrix outfits and their secret squirrel stealth mode. So nothing is really going to evade the scrutiny that is coming up. However, now you need to be prepared for things to come out of the black, not out of the blue, out of the black. Eclipses are a time of endings and new beginnings, but it's really important for you to just be in the moment and allow the universe to show you what it is that you need. Now, normally with a new moon, we have our manifestation lists and everything's all like nice and we want to get stuff happening, but not on an eclipse. All right, just stop and allow things to show you what you need. Okay, so Wednesday. Now we've had the eclipse, so we've had that poof moment. All right, what has cleared? What came up for you? And can you find meaning in this unsettled feeling that you have? So the moon in Scorpio is opposing Uranus in Taurus. So, our feelings are going to be having that little, earth shudder, earthquake moment down there. So we might have been rattled by what it came up in the eclipse. However, today is a day to tune in to that broody feeling that you have. So you can just, figure out what it is that you need to know if you haven't already done that. So diplomacy and quick thinking are required. So take breaks often. Again, with Mars is not happy in our cognitive space. So, watch for old negative self-narratives coming up for you and address those straight away. Okay? Now, Thursday. Now, we have the Scorpio moon, and it's in that Yod, finger of God aspect. So it goes up through to about 6 o'clock. But we have Mars at the focal point. So we have the moon sextiling Pluto, which is a very helpful thing. It is allowing the moon in Scorpio to understand what the issues are with those core foundational beliefs that Pluto in Capricorn are bringing up. And then the adjustment is going to be the point to the Mars. So, that cognitive and using our words directly. So the adjustment needs to be made so that the understanding that we're getting can be directed positively. Okay. So again, with the watching, you're not just lashing out and stinging people. Pluto has a way of bringing up old truths, and you could also be poking. You know, there could be that aspect of Mars in Gemini poking the bear because there's something that you're like, you need clarity on something. So if you feel like you are picking fights, just stop and think about it and then directly ask questions rather than instigating a fight. Okay, so the moon goes into Sagittarius at around 10 o'clock that night as well. So that will also offer more insights. Friday, all right, Friday we have a two-part day. So we have the Sag moon, which is ruled by Jupiter. So for the first half of the day, the moon is looking to Jupiter in Aries for inspiration. But Aries is ruled by Mars, who is highly frustrated right now and retrograde. So he's looking within and he wants to do a better job, but he's just like, it's not happening fast enough. So tempers could be frayed, and you know, there is a helpful positive trine from the moon to Chiron, which might allow us to process these feelings and find meaning in them, but we do need to have that self-control. So at 4:10 on Friday, Jupiter backs into Pisces, and we lose ourselves into the watery realm of Pisces, which is ruled by Neptune and ruled by Jupiter and co-ruled by Neptune. Now these two guys are also holding hands under the water. So we need to make sure that we are not diving into escapist tendencies and self-delusion. So, you know, keep your wits about you. It might go from the frustration of you not being able to do things instantly to a gaining a lot of understanding. Okay, so it can go either way, just depends on whether you've got your floaties on or whether you're thrashing around in the water, you know, not looking at things or not understanding that if you put your feet down, there is actually solid ground there. So just keep your wits about you. All right, Saturday, so much fun. Saturday is a Saggy moon all day, but it is opposing Mars in Gemini. So there could be some short tempers. You know, people just want to have fun and start the party now. Whereas Mars is just like, it's got to be right. It's got to be, you know, it's got to be this way. So Mars is also talking to Saturn as well. So, and the moon is also sextile Saturn. So let's have a look at a logical order to get things done. And that way that, you know, we can ensure that all of the tasks are done by. Now, another helpful aspect to today with that moon opposition Mars is to play music so that you can let the feelings flow rather than blow. So, like I said, conversations will flow very easily and are likely to be more intense than usual. However, on the Saturday, watch your alcohol consumption with Jupiter and Neptune holding hand in Pisces, because they love their big goggles and they just don't know when to stop. So now Sunday, so 12:24 a.m. So if you're still partying from Saturday night, the moon is going to move into Capricorn at those early hours, and it's probably just going to give it legs to just last that bit longer. And then Mercury moves into Scorpio at 6:20 a.m. or 6:23 a.m. So, you know, there could be some intense hangovers right there. You know, Mercury in Scorpio is ruled by Mars in Gemini, and this is Sunday morning. Now, at early Monday morning, Mars goes retrograde. So Mars has probably got a hangover because he is also squaring Neptune. So on Sunday, you maybe need a hair of the dog to get that cleaning up done, but just try and be as strategic as possible and be very, very empathetic with everybody and how they're feeling, because like I said, Saturday night is looking to be a really good night. That might just continue on into Sunday morning, but just don't be unrealistic at what you can achieve in a day, especially if you're hungover. So if you would like a personal reading from me, then all of the links are in the description below, or you could just maybe join my Lifetime to Level Up group in Facebook. So this is an opportunity for you to see what my personal style is, and then you can choose whether you like my readings or not. So until next week, I hope you have a fabulous weekend and enjoy Scorpio season, because, you know, this is a time of year where it's not only Halloween and the veil between the worlds is at its thinnest, but it's a great opportunity for us to take that deep inhale and allow the old feelings to come up so that they can be dealt with. There is, you know, let your inner light shine in the darkness, but just don't be afraid of the darkness. So until next week, I hope you have a fabulous week and take it easy. Thanks.